All right, y'all. I'm about to go on a rant real quick, but stay with me throughout the whole video, right? Because I'm gonna talk about this topic right here. Um, so look, every time something happens to black folks, somebody says we need to boycott. And in theory, I agree, right? But the truth of the matter about a boycott only works when when a community has discipline, unity, and alternatives. You hear me? And if we're being honest, that's where we struggle. Because a lot of us are angry for a great few days, but we're still addicted to convenience. So we'll say boycott this store, that one right there, right? But then go right back there because it's close to the house. We'll say support black business, but won't look for one. We'll say we need our own this, but we won't build, support, or even go to that business consistently. And then when somebody from an outside community says, go ahead and boycott us, you still need us, they sound disrespectful. But the reason it hurts is because there's some truth in it. Not because we're incapable or because we don't have talent. It's for damn sure not because we don't have money, but because too often we operate as individuals instead of a collective. So other groups understand that leverage. The other ones, they build, they circulate money, they protect their businesses, they organize around causes, they inconvenience themselves when the mission matters. But with us, a lot of times, we want change without the sacrifice. We want justice without inconvenience. We want the ownership without the investment. And we want unity without discipline. But guess what? That's not how power works. So yeah, if we're talking about, boycotting businesses that don't respect us, right? Then we also have to talk about supporting black businesses that already exist. But to be fair, because I know a lot of people complain about it, right? Supporting black business does not mean black people should accept bad service, crazy prices, or poor quality just because the owner looks like us, right? So if Walmart is selling cereal, a box of cereal for $6, and we're selling it for $12, I cannot justify that just because the person is black. And support does not mean we ignore standards. Black business still has to be competitive. They still have to provide value, and they still have to respect the customer. And for damn sure, they still have to earn loyalty. But on the other side, to you same people that disagree with that, right? Black customers also have to stop expecting black-owned businesses to compete with billion-dollar corporations overnight, while we barely support them as it is right now. But two things can be true, right? We need better black businesses, and we also need better black consumers. Because if every dollar we spend leaves our community, if every store we depend on is owned by somebody else, and if every product we need is owned by somebody else, then we don't really have leverage. All we have are complaints. And complaints without ownership doesn't scare anybody. So my response to Homeboy's video is, you might be right that a lot of black people won't boycott long term, right? But I don't think that should make us defensive. If anything, I feel it should make us more serious. Serious about ownership. Serious about community. Serious about where our money goes. Serious about building alternatives instead of only reacting after something happens. Because the goal for us should not just be to punish someone's business. That gets us nowhere. The goal should be to make sure we are never so dependent on anybody else's business that they can disrespect us and laugh because they know we'll come back tomorrow. That's the real conversation. Not just boycott, build.